Hey guys, I'm Whitney Port, and this is With Whit. A lot of you may know me from reality TV, and the reality is a lot's happened since the hills. With Whit is dedicated to having real, raw, and occasionally ridiculous conversations with the people who have had a profound impact on me. Life-changing moments, life-changing people. Because on With Whit, very little is off limits. I'm so excited to talk to you. Aliza Pressman here, an amazing child development specialist who I need to speak with so much right now. And you have your own podcast.
I do.
How exciting is that?
It's exciting. It's
Everybody
new.
needs to hear from you. Tell us a little bit about your background and what you studied and how you got into this and how you started Seedlings.
So I actually long ago was doing just drama therapy. Informally, I was not a drama therapist at all.
Drama therapy.
But I was
I've never even heard of such
I
a
hadn't
thing.
either, but I was kind of volunteering somewhere where you basically use drama to get kids to come out of their shell and talk about things and moms. And I did not know what I was doing, nor did I have children. So then I found out there was a drama therapy degree. And when I took developmental psychology, I fell madly in love with how human beings develop, both emotionally and intellectually. And I didn't have children, so it was really weird, but I was just obsessed. And so then I totally forgot about drama therapy and ended up getting a master's in, I think my master's was in human development with a focus on adolescence and risk and resilience and prevention. And then I got a Ph.D. in developmental psychology where my focus was on younger kids, babies and younger kids and parenting.
Okay.
And then I had a baby towards the end of that graduate degree. And so I partnered with another developmental psychologist where we were like, there's all this research, and then there's the stuff you hear on the playground and parents and in-laws and friends whispering in your ear, and it can get incredibly overwhelming. And most of the research is actually makes it much more relaxing to be a parent. We thought, wouldn't it be so great if we could just kind of have groups with other pregnant and new parents, and then we just kind of grew with our families, and be able to say, here, we actually know what the research says. We don't really need to guess. So we kind of just thought, why don't we arm moms with that confidence, and then people are going to have different parenting styles and do their own thing because they should. We all should. But at least they're armed with some confidence.
Yeah.
And so we started these groups, and that's kind of where it grew.
I think that's so important. I didn't really think about how, a mother's confidence is really the root to like successful parenting, because if you are constantly questioning yourself, then how are you going to like be the best version of yourself for your child? And then they're confused and things are all over the place. I think I was definitely like an insecure parent for the first year. And then after I got the hang of things and I started realizing my parenting style and realizing that I didn't need to listen to all these other voices, and that what felt the most comfortable to me was just what Timmy, my husband, and I, needed and wanted to do, I started to gain that confidence back. But it takes time. I think what I'm struggling the most with right now is not balancing, because I don't really believe in the perfect balance, and I'm sure people ask you this all the time, but I can tell Sonny, he's in this mommy phase right now. Mommy, 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 mommy. And if I leave, it's like a nightmare, and he's hysterical, and he's always needing me. And part of me feels like it's because maybe I'm gone the most, or that I'm not paying him the most attention, and that I'm about to embark on travel this week where I'm gone from Thursday to Sunday, and then I'm only home for a couple hours, and then I have to leave again Monday through Thursday, and I have this immense amount of guilt because I can start to see it in him. Like, when they're babies and you can justify leaving a little bit because you're like, they don't know what time is, and that, as long as they're feeling love from somebody and they're not really talking yet, so you're not getting that mommy, mommy thing. But now with the mommy, it's like, I know what he wants, and it hurts me, and I'm trying to figure out what I can do with him when I am with him to be present and show him that I will always come back and I'm always there for him, but also give myself a break and tell myself that it's okay for me to go on these trips that I have to go on.
Sure.
Even though one is a wedding, which I feel guilty about, and I'm, it's not a work thing, so it's not like I have to go. Like, I'm constantly in this negotiation with myself of if I'm making the right choice and how much he's feeling it.
Like, how do you prioritize? Well, you're nurturing a friendship, presumably, if it's a wedding.
It's my husband's cousin.
So it's family.
Yeah.
So those are the decisions we all have to make all the time. And the guilt, and you said something, and I want to because I feel this so much, and we've all been there. We're all there all the time. But
yeah.
He's not like this because you haven't given him enough attention or because you travel or work or whatever. He's a 2-year-old and you are mommy, and you could be with him 24 hours a day, and he will. And then if you just go to pee, he'll be like, "Wah!" you know.
But what is that with the mommy?
My
husband is. I'm like, my husband's with him just as much. He gets a little bit. Like we both are parenting pretty much 50-50 at this point. I'm like, is it a biological thing, this mommy thing, or
there are times in life when one parent is just a little bit more of the person who makes you feel safe than another. And right now, whatever the relationship is, you're his safe, haven. And so he's going to you. Also, as a mom, he knows you are in, and so if he's in pain or wants you to stay and lets you know, it's gonna gut you.
Yeah.
And so he sees that.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not like
so sad.
doing it on purpose. No, it's so hard, but it's a beautiful thing because he knows you love him and that you're gonna come back. He really does.
I feel like he should by now. I've said that. I met with another child development specialist who told me to write the book, before we leave, and read it to him a couple days. This is mommy and daddy on the plane, Or first is a picture of mommy and daddy with Sonny.
Right.
Mommy and daddy love Sonny very much, and then mommy and daddy with a suitcase. Mommy and daddy have to go away for a couple days.
So he can see all the different things that he can imagine what you're doing, and he's prepared, but not so far in advance that he now stresses about it.
Exactly. Well, so do you think that's a good idea? And maybe a day before leaving, that doing something like that is good?
Yeah, or with a 2-year-old, you can even do it before, the day you're leaving. You can go over the book. You don't even need to sort of do preparation. But you can also do something at eye level for him, like a calendar.
Okay.
And it has Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I don't know. In case you don't know what a calendar is. and it has the picture of you guys on a plane and a picture of, so he can kind of keep track, and then you can, he can mark, okay, I'll put a sticker on that day because that day is done, and we're going to go to the next day, and it can be fun for him.
That's a good idea.
And then also, because it is so, there is no world where you're not doing enough to show him that he's loved and that you're coming back. So when you go away, you're just showing him, you're giving him an opportunity to experience a very low level of distress, right? This is not toxic. This is the kind of stress that helps you learn how to feel stress and that you get better. It's not the kind of stress that you read about in the news that's brains are changing from toxic stress. That's from family separation.
Okay.
And that not... mom who loves me, who's going to a wedding, and then she's going to come back and show me pictures, and that's totally fine.